Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tony, and this is Tony's Tractor Adventure. And today we are getting ready for our fall festival. So we're having a family reunion slash kind of fall festival here in the next about 3 weeks. We're gonna have it out here. So we got a lot to get ready, kind of pause and everything else, and just getting the whole place ready for a bunch of people to come over here.
You gonna do a YouTube video with us on?
Maybe.
And today what we're going to do is we're going to use the box blade, and we're going to come through here and straighten this out. So over the last 2-3 years, we've had like loads of gravel brought in, and I've just kind of messed with it with the front loader, but I've never put the box blade back on it and come in and really cleaned this all up. So today we're going to use a box blade, and I'm going to talk about how to use a box blade, like tilting it and making certain features and contours. You can do a lot with a box blade. It's not just for spreading, but a box blade is good for like moving material, because you can move a lot of material. If you just keep going around and round and round, you can move a lot of material, level a lot of ground. So if you'll see on the back over here, there's the greenhouse. We built that entire pad using, I think we used the tiller. It tilled it up and then took the box blade and the loader and moved all that dirt and flattened it out. You can do a lot with a box blade. And if you put the box blade in conjunction with a loader, you can do a lot. So today we're going to clean this area up, level all of this out, all the way back in the woods. And then yesterday we worked down in the woods building a little bridge back there. We're gonna scrape up a little extra gravel and carry back there and put over that little bridge, kind of pack it in. And we'll do a little on that trail. We need a little box blade work back there that'll some fine tuning that'll make it look a lot better and a lot safer. Let's get to it.
To make a box blade even more effective, having a hydraulic top link is awesome. It just makes it so much easier to adjust. Otherwise, each time you have to get off the tractor and adjust your top link by hand. And there's some applications where you'll need to go back and forth quite often. So a hydraulic top link is where it's at. Sometimes if you want to rehabilitate your gravel driveway, you can take the rippers and put them in the ground, and it basically reaches in and turns up the gravel that has been smushed in the ground, crushed in the ground. Anyway, in this case, we didn't really need to do that. There was a really good layer of gravel here. And then also this old box blade we got from Hardy years ago, it's just a monster. It's super heavy, so it does a good job. You know, you might make 1 or 2 passes to get past the grass, but after that it starts cutting pretty good. So a good heavy box blade is also key. Sometimes you can get to the box stores and get some of the box blades that are a little bit lighter made, and they'll just bounce along the top instead of grabbing a hold.
So what I've done is I pulled all the gravel uphill, and then I'm trying to get some of the grass out of it. And then I went ahead and I'm pulling the gravel. I pulled the gravel back down and used all the excess and just leave it right here. And now what I'm going to do is pull the gravel to the places that the gravel's thin, and I'm just going to start feathering the box blade up and letting the layer of gravel come out from under. So we'll use it to transport the gravel to the place I want to drop the gravel, and then once I get there, I'll start feathering it up, let it lay it down. Yeah. All right, so right here, the gravel's thinner in this area, so I'm going to just start dropping gravel. So that's kind of like painting a little bit, you know. You're just one brush stroke, one box blade will get you that much, but you can see there's a big difference already. You can actually do some pretty good lines with a box blade if you're willing to put in the time and effort. Got to load now. All right, I'm going to start laying it down. So that looked pretty good, and if you want to, you can come back with your loader and just put it in float and drag backwards. I don't know if it's going to make it any better. It's pretty good already. So it's not perfect. If we had, if I put the rippers down, I could really bust this up. But then you got to go through the process of letting it pack back down later on. I'd rather just, I don't mind the grass so much. I can always put some poison on it and kill the grass. But I just want it to be smooth. So when I go through here with my side-by-side at 60 miles an hour, it rides smooth. That's what it's all about. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and scoop up some of this gravel. We're gonna run it to the back of the property and put it over that little culvert we put in yesterday. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link at the end of this video where we put that culvert in. Unfortunately, that's all we can carry at one time. I could get the big tractor and use the bucket, but we'll just carry a load back at a time. right, I'll be right back when we get another load. So now I'm going to show you something else you can do with this. You can really do some, if you can tilt your box blade enough, you can really pull some nice ditches with this. So we'll do that right now. And my goal is to pull a ditch along this right side of this path so the water will come down and then curl out and go into that little creek over there instead of just kind of going every which way, which is what it's doing now. So many people don't think about moving their pins around. So I moved the pin to this higher portion, using this to drop it down. Now what that does is it gives me a lot more travel on the up. So now I can raise this side up a lot higher and then drop that side down a lot lower and be able to dig a ditch on that side. All right, so now we're gonna start pulling a ditch. I've got this side lower down about probably 3 inches more than this side. So it's gonna cause this side to cut. We're gonna keep cutting until it actually goes like this and turn a ditch around. Keep digging. can't do it.
That's my morel patch over there.
No, your mineral patch right here.
No, it was right in that area where you're putting all the
Maybe that's the trail. That's the trail we cut. I just moved the road over here. That's the trail we always walk.
Well, don't mess with my morel patch.
All right, I can't make that turn with the unless I cut some trees down. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to do my best to. I think I'm just going to deflect the water that way, and then maybe that won't wash the bridge out either. All right, this is what we've done to the gate. You can see it's a lot leveler. I mean, it's just a lot smoother, and just a couple of times of driving around, it's going to really finish it out. We do have a couple of piles of gravel back here that we've got to come back and finish up. I forgot these are here, and I left the tractor in the back, so I'll bring the tractor back up on the way back, level this out, which I don't have to see that. We'll go ahead and show you what it all looks like. So this is my gravel road that we built about, I guess this is about 3 years ago now.
Yeah,
And
I think so.
never washed out to this point. It's held up pretty good. Stops at dead ends down here, but we're eventually going to take it all in the back of the property. It's just, it's just money. If we had enough gravel, it's just money. And we're trying to get these money trees to grow, and we can shake the money out of them.
Luck so far.
Yeah, so far they're not growing many monies. So this was actually pretty bad right down through here, and Tanya did not like it at all. And I've still got to do a little bit more drainage work right here because the water's going to drain off that way. But I'll come back and get this here probably tomorrow. But what I did, I put the blade at that angle, and we'll just keep coming through and cutting on this side, moving the dirt over. Just keep moving the dirt over and having like a racetrack effect here. It's already kind of got one right here. This is so much better, and still got a lot of work to do. But you put enough. There's a stump. So put enough time and effort into it. Now what we did right here is we diverted the water. Oh, my NASCAR woman is driving.
You made the road, not me.
And we diverted that water away from my food plot over here. So I don't want the food plot. There was some sort of animal just run off over there. Anyway, so the water's going to go here and divert off where there's a little creek over there. So we'll go ahead and go that way and follow the trail out through the woods. And yesterday we put this culvert in. So yesterday, this was the first time that we've been able to drive across here with anything other than the side-by-side. And we got it, almost stuck several times. And so having this little bridge right here, this little culvert, that is so nice. That really is going to open this up for us. Just for walking, because before it was just, a big muddy muck. It's hard to walk across it.
You have to jump over everything.
Yeah. So this is where the old trail goes, and then here we started some new trail going back in parts of our property that we've actually never walked on but a couple times, and that's always been in the winter and where you can really see. But I love these little trails. And we've got so many of them so close to matching up, but we've had to wait for, you know, the proper, I guess, the conditions for the ground to be dry enough. So, yeah. So here's the trail.
You didn't fix that. That's what I wanted you to
No,
fix.
I pulled it back out in the road.
That is where all my mushrooms grow over here.
Yeah, and then hang a left there.
Yeah, that's where all my mushroom
this is-
wonderland right over here is with the shrimp.
Yeah.
Shrimp mushroom grows
We don't
right
care
here.
about mushrooms. So we like tractor stuff.
Yeah, but we
So
don't.
that I went ahead and pushed up through there. That's where the new trail is going to go up and meet up another trail. So originally, when we put this trail right here, we didn't realize it, but we actually got over on further down there. We got on some other people's property. So we kind of like looking at a way to correct that, and without cutting down any big trees. So there's some big trees back here. You're going to take this up through there? You know how hard it's going to be at the back? Now you can't take this up through there, right? Okay, you got electric motor and wires, and you rip the wires out from under it. I'm not fixing it.
Come on, horsey.
I wish you guys had seen what she just did. I was just holding on for my dear life.
Here's the other new trail that's supposed to come out right here.
It's supposed to go over on that side of that
here.
big tree right here. But right here, we're on their property. And I got off on the GPS, so we should go off on that side and go down. I think we should do it today.
No, I'm too done.
But now we're back on our property. And Squeaky is making noises.
I love Squeaky.
Yeah. I think you got something hung up under it.
Probably a limb or something.